are going to continue trigonometry 2, trigonometry 1. My name is Tejeshwar Singh, by the way, and last class we did the range and domain and graphs of all the trigonometric functions. Okay, so today we will do one small topic, and then we will start with the exercise 2.2. Okay, so this small topic is basically polar coordinates. Okay, so there is nothing complicated in this. It's a very simple topic. Now, till now you know the Cartesian coordinates. Okay, you know that how to represent a point. Say this is a point somewhere on x comma y. Okay, so you know Cartesian coordinates. Okay, how to make Cartesian coordinates. Yes, if you want to represent a point, you will show simply x comma y. It is at x distance on the x-axis, this distance, and it's at a height of y. Okay, so you know Cartesian coordinates. Now there is another thing that is a very important thing in trigonometry, that is polar coordinates. Okay, so to find the polar coordinates of a point, you will basically join that point to a region. Okay, and you will assume this distance to be r. Okay, this distance to be r. Okay, and you will assume this angle to be theta. You will assume this angle to be theta. Okay, so basically you will find the values of x and y in terms of r and theta. Okay, so if like they will give you like the coordinate, they will give you like 6, 30 degree in the exam. Maybe they give you like this. Okay, instead of giving 3, 4, they give you like this. Okay, 6, 30 degree. So what is this? This is the polar coordinate. In the polar coordinate, 6 is r and 30 degrees he's talking about theta. Okay, either you can represent this point by x comma y, okay, or you can represent this point by the distance it is far away from the distance it is from the region, and at the angle at which it is lying. This is also sufficient to explain this, and this is also sufficient to explain this. So they can use this polar coordinate also. So this is the polar coordinate. Okay, so now we will find the relationship between polar coordinate and Cartesian coordinate. Okay, so what you will do is draw a perpendicular from here. Say this point is A. Okay, and this point is B. Okay, so the relation will be simply x. See, OB is how much? OB is x and AB is y. Okay, so what will be sine theta in triangle ABO? In triangle ABO, sine theta is how much? Sine theta is y perpendicular upon hypotenuse, y upon r. Or in other terms, you can write y is equal to r sine theta. Y is equal to r sine theta. Okay, so this is the relationship between y coordinate and this r and theta. Okay, y is equal to r sine theta. Okay, so now they have given you here this. Let's talk about this case only. They have given you here r and theta. So if you put 6 and value of theta here, you can get the value of y coordinate easily. Yes, should not be a problem. Okay, now let us find the relation for x. So x is at the base upon hypotenuse cos theta. So cos theta is equal to x upon r. X is equal to r cos theta. Okay, so this is the relationship between x, y and r and theta. Okay, also there is a one more relationship. This relationship basically you can use to find in case you are not given this theta angle. Okay, you are given the value of r, x and y. You are not given the value of theta. You are only given the value of x and y. You have to find the angle. How will you find? Basically, I will show you a relationship. Divide 1 divided by 2. Equation 1 divided by 2. So this will come out to be y upon x is equal to r sine theta upon r cos theta. Okay, so r cancel. So tan theta is equal to y upon x. Y upon x. Okay, now see, if they only give you the value of y and x in the question, they give you the value of y comma x like 3 comma 4, and they ask you to find the polar coordinates. How will you find? See, first you will find the angle theta. You will find from here y by x is equal to tan theta. So you will find the angle. Once you find out the angle, you can just put the value of theta in any of this equation, this or this. You put theta here, you know the value of y 4, you can find out the value of r. Okay, so this is the relationship between theta and y and x. Okay, so these polar coordinates in this chapter, there are some questions, but the actual application of this is in the chapters that you will study in the coordinate geometry. This circle and parabola and all these chapters, you will see quite an extensive application of this topic. Okay, basically it is just like little bit convenient in some ways. As you can see, there is only one variable r here. Okay, in this there are two variables x and y, so you will understand this better when you do some questions. Okay, so this is the polar coordinates. Okay, in polar coordinates you simply represent in form of r and theta, r comma theta. Okay, so I think this was the last topic. So now we will start the exercise 2.2. Okay, let us look at the first question. If 2 sin a is equal to 1 is equal to root 2 cos b, and a lies between pi by 2 and pi, comma 3 pi by 2 is less than b is less than 2 pi, then find the value of tan a plus tan b upon cos a minus cos b. Okay, I will write the question. First we will write the given things. What they have given is 2 sin a is equal to 1 is equal to root 2 cos b. They have given this. Okay, and they have given us here one thing, that a is between pi by 2 and pi, b is between 2 pi and 3 pi by 2. What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is that this a lies in the pi by 2 to pi, means 90 to 180. 90 to 180 is which quadrant? It is the second quadrant. Just write the quadrants there, okay? And b lies in 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. So that is basically 270 to 360 degrees. So that is which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. What they have asked us in the question to find? They have asked us to find the value of tan a plus tan b, okay, upon cos a plus cos b. We have to find out this value. Okay, always solve the question in the way I am showing. First write the given things and write the thing that you have to find out. Okay, now we can proceed in this question. See, first of all, they have written here tan a plus tan b upon cos a plus cos b. So let us see what all values we know. See, we know the value of cos b. Yes. Okay. Now other thing is cos a. Cos a. Do you know the value of cos a? No, you don't know. You have to find out the value of cos a. Now tan a, tan b. Tan a, tan b, they have not given us the values of tan a, tan b, but you can write tan a in form of this. Sin a upon cos a. Yes. Okay. And tan b you can write in this form, because we have to make the best use of what is given to us. Okay, so we will convert it into sin b upon cos b. Okay, so now this is a simplified form. So we know the value of sin a also. Okay, now the thing is, see, how will you find? You don't get confused. See, what is the meaning of this equation? 2 sin a, just separate these two equations. 2 sin a is equal to 1. You can write it like this. So sin a is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Also You can write it like this: 1 is equal to root 2 cos b. So you can say cos b will be how much? 1 upon root. Okay, now you know the value of sin a cos b. Okay, now we have to find the value of sin b and cos a. So first I will find the value of cos a. Okay, so you know sin a. Okay, so you can use this relationship: sin square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. Am I right? Yes. So just put the value here. So sin a is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 square is okay. I hope this is clear. Now 1 by 2 square will be 1 by 4. 1 by 4 plus cos square equal to 1. Okay. Next step will be cos square a will be how much? Cos square a will be how much? It will be 3 by 4. It will be 3 by 4. Or you can write here cos a will be plus minus root 3 by 2. Cos a will be plus minus root 3 by 2. Okay, now there are two possibilities here: plus root 3 by 2 or minus root 3 by 2. Which one will you take? See, angle A lies between pi by 2 and pi. That means second quadrant. In second quadrant only sine is positive and cosec is positive. So what will be the value of cos? Cos will be negative because all other functions are negative in second quadrant. So this will be minus root 3 by 2. Minus root 3 by 2. Okay, I hope this is clear. So this was the value of cos a. Okay, next one. We know cos a, we know sin a, we know cos b. Now we have to find sin b. So you know cos b, you can find sin b. You know this relationship. Yes. Okay, so how can you write this now? You just put the value of cos b. So sin square b plus 1 by root 2 whole square is equal to 1. Sin square b 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 by root 2 square is 1 by 2. Sin square b is 1 by 2. Okay, sin b will be plus minus 1 by root. Again two possibilities here: plus root 2 or minus 1 by root 2. Plus 1 by root 2 or minus 1 by root 2. Angle we're talking about here is B. Angle B lies between 270 degree and 360. That is the fourth quadrant. Is sin positive in fourth quadrant? No, only cos is positive. So this value will be minus 1 by root 2. Okay, so you found out the value, all the values now you know. Okay, so I will write the values here. Sin a was 1 by 2, cos a was minus root 3 by 2. Okay, and sin b was minus 1 by root 2. Okay, I have written all the four values here. Okay, these are the four values. Now we will find what is they have asked us in the question. Okay, sin a 1 by 2, cos a minus root 3 by 2, cos b 1 by root 2, sin b minus 1 by root 2. What they had asked us is okay, so we had simplified it like this. Just now put the values, that's all. Sin A is 1 by 2. Okay, cos A is minus root 3 by 2. Minus sin B is minus 1 by root 2. Okay, cos B is 1 by root 2. Okay, upon cos A is minus root 3 by 2. And last but not the least is cos B 1 by root 2. Okay, see what all you can cancel here. 2 cancel, this one whole cancel, and that's all I think for now. Okay, so this will become minus 1 by root 3 plus 1 upon minus root 3 by 2. I think this might not be visible. I will write it here. So this was what we are writing here. This is minus 1 by root 3 plus 1 upon minus root 3 by 2 minus 1 by root 2. Okay, if you want you can further simplify this, but nobody will cut your marks. Okay, you can write the answer like this, final answer. You can rationalize this or whatever you want, but I will finish the answer here. Nobody will cut your marks in this thing. Okay, you can leave your answer here also. You just have to find the answer. There is no problem over here. Okay, next question. Next question is, if sin A is equal to, if sin A by 3 is equal to sin B by 4 is equal to 1 by 5, A and B are angles in second quadrant, then prove 4 cos A plus 3 cos B is equal to minus 5. Okay, first of all I will write the given things and the things you have to find. We will rub this. So I first do like the way I am showing, write the given things. So what have they given us in the question? Okay. So this is the thing that we had to find out. A and B lie in the second quadrant. Okay, you have to find out the value of cos A, cos B. So they are given us the values of sin A, sin B. How? See, sin A by 3 is equal to 1 by 5 and sin B upon 4 is equal to 1 by 5. Yes. So sin A will be 3 by 5 and sin B will be 4 by 5. Okay, now you know sin A, you can find cos A. So sin square A one. So this will be 3 by 5 square one. Okay, so cos square A is equal to 1 minus 9 upon 25. Okay, and this LCM will be 25. So 25 minus 9 will be 16. So 16 upon 25. Okay, and you know this is cos square is equal to 16 by 25. What will be cos A? Cos A will be plus minus 4 by 5. Plus minus 4 by 5. Okay, now which value will you take of cos? The positive value or negative value? You will take the negative value. Why? Because it is given A and B are in second quadrant. So in second quadrant cos is negative or positive? Cos is always negative. So you will take the negative. So answer is minus 4 by 5. So cos A is minus 4 by 5. Similarly, you can find from this equation sin square B plus cos square b is equal to 1. Okay, sin square b will be 16 by 4 by 5 square. Okay, 4 by 5 whole square is how much? 16 by 25. Is equal to 1. Cos square b will be how much? 1 minus 16 by 25 is 9 by 25. And cos b will be how much? Cos b will be plus minus 3 by 5. Plus minus 3 by 5. So here also two possibilities arise, plus or minus. Which value will you take? You will take the negative value. Why? Because in the second quadrant cos is always negative. So cos b is minus 3 by 5. Okay, I will write the values of cos A, cos B here before rubbing. Next one is okay. Now you will just substitute the values in this left hand side. Okay, so this is 4 into minus 4 by 5, okay, plus 3 into minus 3 by 5. Okay, so you just multiply this, we will see what happens. Minus 16 by 5 plus, actually this will be minus, because 3 into minus 3 is minus 9. Minus 9 upon 5. So minus 16 minus 9 is minus 25 upon 5. This comes out to be minus 5. And so LHS is equal to RHS. Just write on the top of here before solving LHS. You will put the values in LHS, so just write here LHS and then solve like this. And at the end write LHS is equal to RHS. LHS means left hand side, RHS means right hand side. This is the left hand side, this is the right hand side. Both are same, so you can write here hence proved. Hence proved. Okay, this was the question number 2. Let's go to question number 3. If tan theta is equal to 1 by 2, evaluate 2 sin theta plus 3 cos theta plus upon 4 cos theta plus 3 sin theta. Okay, first we will write the given things and then we will write the things to find. So they have given us tan theta is how much? 1 by 2. We have to find out 2 sin theta plus 3 cos theta Okay, this is something that we have to find out. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky, but it's very easy. Okay, you just have to use your imagination in this question. Now see, in this question they have given us tan theta as 1 by 2 and you have to find out the value of this expression. And to find out the value of this expression, you need the values of sine and cos. You need the values of sine and cos. Okay, so I think there are basically many ways to solve this question. Okay, so now what is coming to my mind right now is, look at this expression carefully. Look at the numerator and look at the denominator. Okay, how will you convert this expression into tan? How can you convert? You can convert this expression into tan by dividing both the numerator and denominator by cos. If you divide both numerator and denominator by cos, what will happen? Just look carefully now. Okay, since you're dividing both numerator and denominator, it's okay because they can cancel each other, so that's not a problem. Now just open the this division sign. Okay, now we'll open the division sign. Okay, and see what happens on the numerator and denominator. We can write this as 2 sin theta upon cos theta plus 3 cos theta upon cos theta, and upon what comes here, in the bracket you can write upon 4 cos theta there is not a problem. Yeah, I just opened the division sign, just individually divided both of them by cos theta, not a problem. Okay, now look carefully. What is 2 sin theta upon cos theta? Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So you can write here 2 tan theta. Next one, 3 cos theta upon cos theta. Cos theta cancel, plus 3. Now this one, 4 cos theta upon cos theta cancel, 4. And plus 3 sin theta upon cos theta. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So see, now it's the expression that is converted to tan. Okay, all we have to do is now put this value 1 by 2 of tan theta. Okay, so now it's a very simple question. So just put the value here. Okay, what will you get? 2 into 1 by 2 plus 3 upon 4 plus 3 into 1 by 2. Okay, now just do the multiplication. 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 plus 3. 4 plus 3 by 2. Okay, so 4 upon 8 plus 3 into 2. 2 will come here. So this comes out to be 8 upon 11. 8 upon 11. Okay, 2 into 2, 1 by 2 is 1 plus 3, 4. Okay, upon in the bracket 4 plus 3 into 1 by 2, 3 by 2. And LCM is 2. Okay, so this LCM I have taken on the numerator. So this, I will write this again for you in case some of you don't understand. Okay, this will go here. So 8 upon 11. This was the one way. Okay. Now in some of you people may not able to imagine this in your exam time, the thing that I have done. Okay, now next thing I will just show you how to do. I will not solve that, but I will just show you. See, what you can do here is, actually the problem with this question is they have not given the quadrant. Okay, so I think this is the only way. The other way you can use is, according to me, is tan theta is 1 by 2. So sin theta upon cos theta is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, so sin theta is equal to cos theta. So cos theta is equal to 2 sin theta, and then you know sin square theta plus cos square theta, okay, is equal to 1. Okay, and you can substitute the value of cos as 2 sin theta. But this is a bit long method and little bit complicated, but technically to understand this it's little bit easier. Okay, so you can use this method, it's up to you, but I would prefer if you could just use this method. This is much easier and simpler. Only you have to use one simple trick, nothing special in this. Okay, so if I were you, I would use this method. Okay, so next one. let's see the next question. Next is eliminate theta from the following. Okay, we have to eliminate theta from the following expressions. They have given us some expressions and we have to eliminate theta from them. Okay, so let us look at the first part. First part is x is equal to 3 sec theta and y is equal to 4 tan theta. So you have to do something so that you can remove theta. Okay, so what comes to your mind in this? Okay, so here you can see sec theta and here you can see tan theta. Okay, so you have to eliminate both of them. So if you can make the expression something like secant square minus tan square, you know that secant square minus tan square is what? That is 1. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. Okay, first of all we will separate secant theta and tan theta from their coefficient. Sec theta will be x upon 3 and tan theta will be y upon 4. This is, I hope this is clear to you. Okay, now you have to simply make this, turn this expression into, basically we have to eliminate theta. Okay, so what you can do is squaring both sides. Here also squaring both sides. Okay, now subtract 1 from 2. What will happen? Secant square theta, okay, minus tan square theta is equal to x by 3 whole square minus y by 4 whole square. Okay, sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1. So 1 is equal to x square upon 9 minus y square upon 16. This is your answer. See, in this equation, can you see anywhere theta? 1 is equal to x square upon 9 minus y square upon 16. So in all of these parts, you have to do something like make a trick like this, so that you can use the identities for trigonometry. Okay, I will show you the further parts also. Okay, so let us do the next part. Next part is x is equal to 6 cosec theta and y is equal to 8 cot theta. Okay. Now when you see cosec and cot, it should come to your mind that cosec square minus cot square theta is 1. That should come to your mind automatically. Okay, so you have to basically separate cosec and cot with 6 and 8. So cosec theta will be x upon 8, x upon 6, cot theta y upon 8. Okay. Okay, now just make this one 2. Okay, so 1 square, squaring equation 1 minus squaring equation 2. So what will happen? So cosec square theta minus cot square theta is 1. Okay, this one will be x square upon 36 minus y square upon 64. So this, they see there is no theta here. So this is the answer of part 2. You just have to make an equation where there is no theta. That's all. Okay, now let's go to next part. Okay, this is a little bit tricky, but let's try and solve this. Third part is now. Look at this carefully. Okay, now in this part you can see sine theta and cos theta. Okay, now what should be coming to your mind is that what can we do here is simply put the values of sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sine square theta and cos square theta is 1. Okay, so you have to find out the value of sine theta and cos theta from these two equations. You have to find out the values of sine theta and cos theta from these two equations. Okay, so let's try and find out those values. So first of all, I will, from these two equations, I will try and eliminate cos theta. I will try and eliminate cos theta. So to eliminate cos theta, what can I do? I can multiply this equation by 5. Okay, so this will become 20 cos theta, and I can multiply this equation by 4. This will also become 20 cos theta. Okay, this is equation 1 say, and say this is equation 2. Okay, now if I subtract these two equations, first I will write the outcome. 5x is equal to yes, this is after you multiply with 5. Okay, and 4y see, both equations have 20 cos theta and 20 cos theta. So to eliminate cos theta, what will you do? You will basically subtract. I will name this one as 1 and this one as 2. So you will subtract 1 and 2. Yes. So 1 minus 2. That will be 5x minus 4y is equal to 20 cos theta minus 25 sin theta. Okay. So you can see carefully here, 20 cos theta, 20 cos theta cancel. Okay, so 5x minus 4y is equal to how much? Minus 41 sin theta. Yes, and sin theta will be how much? 5x minus 4y upon minus 41. Okay, I hope this is clear to you all. Sin theta is 5x minus 4y upon minus 41. Now the next thing that we have to do is find out the value of cos theta. We have to find out the value of cos theta. How will you find the value of cos theta? You will simply put the value of sin theta in any of these equations and then find the value of cos theta. Okay, so I will rub this. A little bit lengthy question, okay, but not difficult, quite simple. So you will just put the value of sin theta in this one. Okay, so let us see what happens. 5x plus 5x is equal to 4 cos theta minus 5 into 5x minus 4y upon minus 41. Okay, now just shift this over here. This will be 5x plus 5 into 5x minus 4y upon minus 41. Okay, or you can simply write here minus. because there is a minus at the bottom. Okay, so this will become this. So this will equal to 4 cos theta. Okay, now just little bit more simplification you can do here. You can take out 5 common and 4 will come here. 5 by 4 upon into x minus 5x minus 4y upon 41. Okay, this is equal to cos theta. Okay, so you can simplify this little bit more. Sin theta was how much? Okay, so LCM will be 41. Yes, here LCM will be 41. So 5 by 4 into 41x minus 5x plus 4y upon 41. Okay, is equal to cos theta. Okay, so 45 minus 5 is how much? 36. So 5 by 4 into 36x plus 4y upon 41 is equal to cos theta. Okay, now look carefully. 4 cancel 9 and here. Okay, so here also you can cancel, it will become 1. Okay, so it will come out to be finally cos theta will be equal to, you multiply 5 with this inside. Okay, so you will get 45x plus 5y upon 41. Okay, now you can just name this 3 and name this one as 4. So 3 square plus 4 square. Equation 3 square plus equation 4 square. So sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 5x minus 4y upon minus 41 whole square. Yes, plus 45x plus 5y upon 41 whole square. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So 1 is equal to 5x minus 4y upon minus 41 whole square. Okay, plus 45x okay, so this is the final answer where there is no theta. Okay, this will be your final answer. One thing I want to clarify here is that it is up to you. You can simplify this even more also. Okay, this is your choice. Okay, you can open the whole square and try and simplify this more. Okay, so but nobody will cut your marks if you leave this at this point only. Okay, there won't be any problem, right? So this was the third part. Just you have to find out the relation between sine and, just have to, if you see any two trigonometric functions, you will always in these types of question you will either see sine and cos, or you will see sec and tan, or you will see cosec and cot. In all the questions of these type, all you have to do is separate these trigonometric functions and use their respective identities. Like you will use sine square plus cos square theta is equal to 1, secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, or cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Okay, I will rub this. Next part let's do. Now next two parts are easy. Fourth part, x is equal to 5 plus 6 cosec theta and y is equal to okay. Now again, as I told you, you can see here cosec and cot, and you know cosec square theta minus cot square theta is how much? 1. So just separate cosec and cot and use the identity. Okay. So cosec theta will be how much? 6 cosec theta will be x minus 5, or cosec theta will be x minus 5 upon 6, right? Okay. Now this is your equation 1. Now look at this equation. 8 cot theta will be equal to y minus 3. Cot theta will be y minus 3 upon 8. This is your second equation. Now just simply do 1 square minus 2 square. What will you get? You will get cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to x minus 5 upon 6 whole square, okay, minus y minus 3 upon 8 whole square, right? Okay, now look carefully here. What is cosec square theta minus cot square theta? It is 1. So this is your answer. 1 is equal to x minus 5 upon 6 whole square minus y minus 3 upon 8 whole square. This is your final answer. There is no theta here, as you can all see here. Okay. So this is the answer. Let us look at the next part. Last part of this question. Okay, so this is this part. Now again you see what? Sec theta and tan theta, and you know sec square theta and tan square theta is how much? Sec square theta and tan square theta is always 1. You know that. Just separate sec and tan theta. Okay, so from this equation, minus 4 tan theta is equal to 2x minus 3. Tan theta is equal to minus 4. Okay, same. 3y is equal to 5 plus 3 sec theta. So 3 sec theta you can write 3y minus 5, and sec theta can be written as 3y minus 5 upon 3. Okay, so say this is your equation 1, this is your equation 2. Just write here 1 square minus 2 square. What will you get? Sorry. You will say 2 square, because sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1. So you will say 2 square minus 1 square, that is equal to sec square theta tan square theta minus tan square theta is equal to okay. Now sec square minus tan square theta is 1. Okay. Again I am repeating, if you want to simplify the answer further, just open the whole square. Okay, I am not opening because this is also correct. Okay, there is nobody will cross your answer if you don't simplify it further. They have not written anything here that you have to make this answer only. This is also the correct answer, and upon opening the whole square also the answer you get, that is also the correct answer. That's your choice. Okay, so this was the fourth question. Next question. If 2 sin square theta plus 3 sin theta is equal to 1, find the permissible values of cos theta. Okay, so first of all you will write the question. So from this equation, if I can find sin theta somehow, then I can find out cos theta. Okay. So first we will find out the value of sin theta. So look at this equation carefully. So you can take out sin theta common. This is 2 sin theta plus 3. Okay. Now you can say sin theta is equal to 0 and sin theta is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now tell me, there are two possibilities here. Which one will you take? 0 or minus 3 by 2? Obviously 0, because minus 3 by 2, can it exist? No. Yesterday in the last class we saw that the maximum value of sine can be 1 or minimum, and the minimum value of sine can be minus 1. It always lies between these two values. Okay, minus 3 by 2 is less than minus 1. So this is not possible. Okay, this is not possible because sine cannot go below minus 1. This is not possible. Only possibility is sin theta is equal to 0. Okay, so you know sin theta is 0. So sin theta is 0. Okay, so you can just simply put here, if sin theta is 0, use this equation, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. You know this equation. Now you can put the value of sin theta. It is 0 square plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So 0 square is 0. So cos theta will be plus minus 1. So the answer will be plus minus 1. Both the values are possible. You know that the maximum value for cos is plus 1 and minimum value is minus 1. So both these answers are possible. So answer will be plus minus 1. Cos theta is equal to plus minus 1. So this was your fifth question. Now let's look at the next question. Question number 6. So they have told us that 2 cos square theta minus 11 cos theta plus 5 is equal to 0. Find the possible values of cos theta. Okay. Okay, so they have given this equation and we have to find the value of cos theta. So just solve this equation and you can find cos theta. Okay. Now some of you might have trouble solving this equation. So just for the sake of simplicity, I will say cos theta is equal to x. Is that fine? Just I am assuming. Okay, assume. What does this equation turn out to be? 2x square minus 11x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, this is a simple quadratic equation. You have solved this many times before in your 8th standard. Just solve this now. Okay, so you can find out x is 1 by 2 and x is equal to 5. And what was x? X was cos theta. So you will write here cos theta is equal to 1 by 2 and cos theta is equal to 5. Are both the values possible? No. Cos theta is equal to 5. Is this a possibility? No. Because we have found out the range of cos theta. Cos theta never exceeds 1. Maximum value is 1, minimum value is minus 1. We have done this yesterday. So your answer will be 1 by 2. This is the correct answer. So this is the possible value of cos theta, that is 1 by 2. Okay. Now let's look at the next part. Next question, question 7. Next question is, find the acute angle theta such that 2 cos square theta is equal to 3 sin theta. Okay, so first I will write the question. So in this question we have to find out the value of the angle. We have to solve this equation and find out the value of the angle. We have to find out the value of the angle. Okay. So just to solve this equation, here it is cos square theta, here it is sin square theta. So what can we do is, we will convert this cos square theta into sin square theta. How will you convert? You know, sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So cos square theta is 1 minus sin square theta. Just substitute that here. 2 into is equal to 3 sin theta. Okay. Now just rearrange this. This looks like a quadratic equation. For people who have trouble understanding, I will say assume sin theta is equal to x. So what will the equation turn out to be? 2 into 1 minus x square. Yes. So 2 minus 2x square, 3x. 2x square plus 3x, 2 is equal to 0. So you all know how to solve this type of equation. Simple quadratic equation. Okay, possibilities are x is equal to 1 by 2, x is equal to minus 2. What was x? Cos theta. So which are the two possibilities? Minus 2 is possible? No, because minimum value of cos is minus 1. Only possibility is this. And at what angle is cos theta? 1 by 2. The acute angle. Acute angle is less than 90. So at what angle is cos theta 1 by 2? That is 60 degree. So theta is 60 degree. Okay. Let's go forward. 8th question is, find acute angle theta such that 5 tan square theta plus 3 is equal to sec theta. Okay. This is your question. You have to find out the value of theta. Again, look carefully. There are two different trigonometric functions, sec, tan square and sec. Tan and sec are two different trigonometric functions. So to simplify this equation, you will convert this equation into one common function. Either it can be sec, either it can be tan. So you know this equation. Right? So you can say tan square theta minus 1. Just substitute here. So 5 - Now you can assume sec theta as x. Don't forget writing assume, okay? You never know the teachers. So 5 x square minus 1 plus 3 9x. Okay, so this is 5x square minus 5 plus 3 is equal to 9x. Okay, now just simplify this a little bit more. 5x square minus 9x minus 2 is equal to 0. So 5x square minus 9x minus 2 is a simple quadratic equation. You all know how to solve. So this becomes 5x square minus 10x plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. So 5x into minus 2. So 5x plus 1. Okay. Now x is equal to minus 1 by 5 and x is equal to 2. Okay, or sec theta is equal to minus 1 by 5 and sec theta is equal to 2. See, now this is here where yesterday we did all the range, domain and graphs and all that. You must be thinking, why are we doing this? You have already seen so many times that whenever we are getting two values, we are using the concept of range only. Now yesterday I told you the range of sec theta. What was the range? I hope you all must remember. It was from minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. I hope you all remember this. Square bracket here, both sides. 1 to infinity and minus 1 infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. So what does this mean? It means that the possible values of sec are either sec can be 1 or greater, or it can be 1 or less, but it cannot lie between minus 1 and 1. Okay, so minus 1 by 5, is it possible? Is it possible? No, because it lies between minus 1 and 1. So this is not possible. Sec theta is equal to 2. This is possible. Why? Because range is greater than 1, equal to or greater than 1, or less than or equal to minus 1. So 2 is greater than 1, so it is in the range of sec theta. So sec theta is equal to 2 is the correct answer. Now they have asked us the acute angle where sec theta is 2. Now you know cos theta, cos 60 is 1 by 2. Okay, so what will be sec 60? Sec 60, it will be 1 upon cos 60. So theta will be how much? Because sec 60 is 2, so theta will be 60 degree. You see, this is 2. Basically just inverse this. First find the value of, if you don't remember the sec table, just inverse this and find where this value lies in the cos table. Because inverse of sec is cos, so cos theta is equal to 1 by 2. Where does 1 by 2 lie at? 60 degree. So answer will be 60 degree. Okay, if you don't remember the value of sec theta, if you remember, then sec is 2 at 60 degree. Okay, very good then. Okay, if you don't remember, just find the inverse, and inverse is cos, and you all should remember the values of cos. Okay, now this was the 8th question. Next question. Okay, next is, okay, this is very easy. Question 9. Find sin theta such that 3 cos theta plus 4 sin theta is equal to 4. So you have to find out sin theta. Now first of all, to solve this equation, you have to convert this whole expression into a common expression. What do I mean by a common expression? Where there is either sine or either cos. Since they have asked us the value of sin theta, so I will convert this whole expression into sine. So to convert this whole expression into sine, I will convert cos into sine. So you all know this equation, okay? So cos theta will be how much? Cos square theta will be sin square theta minus 1. Cos theta will be root of sin square theta minus 1. Okay, now we know the value of cos theta, we will substitute here. This will be 3 root plus okay. Now how to eliminate this square root? Obviously you know you can, how will you eliminate this? By squaring this. Now if you square the left hand side, it will be a little bit complicated, okay? So what you can do is, you can write this equation like this. I just shifted sin 4 sin theta there. Okay, now I will just say squaring both the sides. I will say squaring both the sides. Okay, so upon squaring, what you will get? Square squaring LHS and RHS. So this will be 9 here. You can take out 4 common, 4 whole square. Okay, I hope this equation is clear. So I will, to simplify a little bit, I will say assume sin theta is equal to x. I will assume sin theta is x, so for the time being. So 9 x square minus 1 is equal to 16 1 minus x whole square. Yes, I just took out 4 from the whole square, so it became 16. Yes, so now see carefully what I can write. This is x square minus 1. X square minus 1 will be what? It will be a square minus b square is equal to a minus b, a plus b. This one you can write as it is. This is true, yeah. Now you can, now I will do one more thing. I will take out minus common from x minus 1. So this will be 9 or write this as it is. Take out minus 1 common from this one. So what will it become? 16 into minus 1 whole square into this will become x minus 1 whole square. Okay, so minus 1 whole square is what? 1. So I will rub this. So now look carefully. 16 into x minus 1. So x minus 1 whole square, x minus 1. So x minus 1 can cancel the square of this. Yes. So this equation will be 9x plus 1 is equal to 16 x minus 1. So 9x plus 9 is equal to 16x minus 16. Okay, so just simplify this further. It will come out to be 7x is equal to 25. Okay. See, this will go here, this will go come here. Okay, so